Hey guys, let's check out the RG35XX Plus. We're going to just do a quick unboxing. You know what's underneath as far as the wipes go and the screen protector. So let's just pull the device out. I've already tried to film this once and I had a problem. The battery died on me and it was probably a blessing because the video was way too long anyway. As I struggled to try to figure out how to use Bluetooth, I wanted to make sure that I can actually access one of the features that make this something worth considering. So right here we have the RG35XX, and right here we have the Miu Mini, and they both have their own pros and cons, you know. Some people like this, some people like this. I love them both. This one has Wi-Fi, and you can play multiplayer with other people that also have this device. You can probably do like retro achievements and stuff, which I still have not started doing, and I should, and I will. This one you have HDMI out, so you can play on your TV, but this one has both of those, and it has Bluetooth and controller support. So we're going to try to set this up right here, this 8-bit Lite controller, and we're just going to go through the operating system and see how things work. And let's just take a quick look at the buttons while things are starting up. D-pad, it's really nice. It's a little softer than the original 35XX D-pad. I would like this light higher. 1 second, please. Yeah, it's a nicer D-pad. It has a softer edge to it. The buttons are also nicer. They're just nice punchy buttons. They feel the same, they just look a little bit nicer. So there's that. Same basic operating system as you can see here. It looks a little dark on screen here, I think, but when I'm looking at it, it looks fine. And I have a bunch of lights on, so it's kind of like I'm sitting outside right now. And the backlight brightness it's at its highest already, which is 5. Take a look at 1 just to see the dimness. So that's its dimmest. Only has 5 settings. If we get some kind of custom firmware, I'm sure this will change and you'll be able to customize that further. All the different stuff on here that you see on the stock firmware for the Anbernic devices, except, or for the RG35XX at least, except you got the Bluetooth settings on here. So that's, you know what, I think that's really all I want to kind of try to check out on here. Is I want to try to get the Bluetooth going, and if I can do that, then we'll navigate through the menus, because I can tell you right off the bat that the D-pad and the buttons feel great for the games. The games that are included on the 64 gig card, you don't have your Mario games or Tetris games or any of those games. Anbernic's just too scared to put them on there. So if you want one of these to have those, you're probably gonna have to buy it through a drop shipper that's less afraid. They're out there, but straight through Anbernic, you're not gonna get those Nintendo licensed games. So we're going to try to do this Bluetooth thing here. I hope I can get it right on the first time, because I'm trying not to make these videos take so long. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so we can see the menu here. And we're going to just try to get started. So again, I'm going to back out and show you. We're in the main menu here. And we're going, see, we have game rooms, RetroArch game, favorites, history, search, and settings. So we're going into settings and we're taking it down to Bluetooth settings. We're going to go here. First thing we want to do is, before I even enable Bluetooth, I'm going to get this thing put on X input mode, and I'm going to try to just wake it up, kind of get it searching, because it seemed like this thing had a little bit of a struggle from my research on hooking up to Bluetooth. So all right, I'm going to enable the Bluetooth, and now it says search, it says open, and I can see there's a little icon at the top. So let's search device. So no device detected. X button says refresh. Let's do that. And hopefully my controller is scanning, which it is, and it should pick it up. Like I said, it's a little bit slow. And what do we have? We have that one strange thing that I always see that I have no idea what it is from a neighbor. And there it is, the 8-bit Lite gamepad. So we're gonna choose that. I said A. Let's just see if I can back out here. All right, so right now, I'm gonna zoom back out because it seems like this is working in the menu. I'm gonna zoom back in, I should say. And we're just gonna look at the screen like that with me. Let's see, we really don't need to see my hands, but there might need to be some mapping done in RetroArch because right now it's treated as this being A and this being B. So I need to keep my hands out of the way in order for the screen to be in focus though. So all right, I'm using this 8-bit Lite. It's set on X input mode. We saw how to hook it up. I'm pressing A on it because A is treated as B. This is the Nintendo layout, but for whatever reason, the device has got a Nintendo layout, but once you hook up an 8-bit controller, it sees it as a Xbox wireless controller and it treats it as one. So here I go, I'm pressing A to back out of here. And then I'm gonna back out again. Oh, you know, I somehow lost my connection. Let's just, sorry, let's try to do this again. Search device. And we want the 8-bit Lite gamepad. Does it still recognize it? All right, so, all right. Now let's return. Okay, so I would say connected devices, B. Actually, I'm pressing B and it's going back at this point. So that's interesting. Maybe it, okay, so now what I saw was that there was a, okay, so Bluetooth settings, and then we need to go to some kind of button settings. So network, Moonlight, background, button, sound, button, custom. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna go into here, and that's it right there. Joystick, button, custom. And this thing, these D-pads are treated as analog sticks, and we're not using any analog sticks on this device, at least not today. So I'm not going to be mapping these, but we're going to try to set up the rest. Let's just see. All right, there we go. That's what we want. I pressed A, pressing A again, and I'm actually pressing A, not B on the controller, so it seems to be recognizing it right. So all right, it says to press D-pad up, hold it for 3 seconds. I'm doing that. Yes, save. Oh wait, you know what? I need to do the whole thing. Left, right, and then please have select button. Okay, select, start, A, B, X, Y, L, R, L2, R2. And now we should be good. So it says hold the D-pad up for 3 seconds. That's what you want to do if you want to exit. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Save settings. Yes. All right, so now hopefully RetroArch will be able to recognize this thing. So you have 2 different ways to get into your games here. You have this section called, this first section called Game Rooms, which shows your list of systems right here. As you guys can see, I'm not going to read them all through. I'm just going to scroll through. And then you have another section here that also shows your emulators. But I've noticed that they have different game lists, and this section is curated better. The other section over here, when I went into PSP, none of the games were scaled, and there was no bezel art or anything like that. Everything was just raw. It wasn't right. And in here, everything is curated. There's bezel art. It's scaled properly. The only thing I had to change was Game Boy, so that I put the DMG green 3X filter on it. But other than that, everything is good. So the only thing that I want to see is if this controller is going to actually work in a game now. So let's just go to something fun like Street Fighter, of course, and see if it works. And then Should we just do Super Famicom or should we do Street Fighter Alpha? Yeah, Third Strike. Alright, I hope this thing works right out. Just without any mapping or any unnecessary extra steps. What's it say there? Game remap file loaded. That sounds like, or that seems like a good sign. Let's turn the volume up on this. Alright, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Alright, and I'm gonna just try to see if this works. I'm gonna press select, enter some coins. Oh, it's working. It's such a good feeling when things work. I'm just gonna throw a bunch. I'm only gonna play like one game, but I have a habit of doing that. Alright, start. And now I can't, I'm gonna have to turn this light off because I can't see the screen from my angle. It's a reflection. So I hope that's alright, guys. What am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick Akuma. So let's just test, but it has me as 2-player. Wait a minute. It has me as second player. Wait a minute. I did something wrong. Maybe I'll be playing, that's strange. Okay, so I'm being treated as second player here, but I'm still playing the CPU. I guess I have it on port 2. Port 1 is player 1 would be the device itself. And interestingly enough, I'm also using the D-pad that is supposed to be an analog stick, and I didn't map it within the, but my buttons aren't mapped correctly. So I wonder if I could fix that. Menu, I'm gonna go into here, and then let's just see if I could. Okay, so what is that fast forward thing? Oh, see, we have a problem. This happened once before, and I don't know. Oh, we got that back. Okay, something funky is happening when I go into the RetroArch menu like that. But let's see, try again. I'm gonna now just try to go into the inputs and settings, input. And I guess what I have here is I have port 1 set as player 1 and port 2 as player 2, which would be this device. And yeah, 8-bit like gamepad. I hope you guys can read that from where you are. I guess I should zoom in again. So I'm hoping that I can remap this here the way I want. Oh, see, you know, I'm a little bit afraid to do so because it's all based on numbers. Oh wait, you know, I think I might be able to make this work. So I'm just gonna try to. Oh, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save the time and not do this right now because I'm gonna screw up if I try to set all the controls for the arcade game because I don't know the proper numbers. And I'm just gonna go into to a Street Fighter game that allows me to map it within the game, like on Super Nintendo, if they include it. But that's kind of unfortunate because it'd be good to know. But I need to learn that myself before I waste your time trying to make you watch me learn it. So let me back out of here and move over to Super Nintendo. I mean, there's plenty of different systems that probably have Street Fighter on it, but that's the one I'm most familiar with. So we can go by tens by pressing to the right. There's 429 Super Nintendo games. After this, we'll test a couple of the harder hitting games that, you know, like PSP and Dreamcast. But I wouldn't expect too much out of those systems. A little bit more. This has 1 gig of RAM. This one has 256 megabytes, and the Miu Mini has sorry, the R35XX has 256 megabytes of RAM, and the Miu Mini has 128 megabytes, I believe. And they all have different CPUs and GPUs, but the newest 35XX Plus is obviously the most capable, and hopefully we get some custom firmware on it in the future. There we go. I know I just saw Street Fighter. There we go. 2 Alpha Street Fighter Turbo. That's the one I like. Everything feels like it's working. It's reading my controls properly. Oh, look, we have our... I'm not a big fan of those bezels, but they work. But what's going on here? That's square. That's square. And that shouldn't be square for Super Nintendo. Let's try to fix that. See if I can go into the menu without having a problem here. Okay, so we want to go to settings. We want to go to video. Full screen mode is off. I'm going to put it on because we don't need any bezel art for... It's not letting me windowed full screen. Okay, so there. Full screen mode, it just had a little lag time. So there, and then... scaling, I'm just gonna put aspect ratio. I think I'm gonna put core provided, and then go back and take a look and see if it works, and if so, then I'm gonna save it. No, that didn't work. What am I doing wrong here? I know one of my favorite subscribers would walk me right through this. But I'm still a little rusty on some of this stuff. So integer scaling, aspect core provided. All right, so instead of doing that, where's 4x3? Let's just do that. Okay, 4x3. Okay, one more time. Why don't I see well, I guess I don't want to put integer scale on, but because, you know, I probably could because it's 640 by 480. Let's see what it looks like if I do that. And then if necessary, I'll have to go back. But this is the most time of yours I'll waste in the menu. There we go. Oh, what's going on? Okay, so now I think it's proper, but the overlay is still going on. So on-screen overlay. There we go. Let's turn that off. Let's see if this works. All right, now we're good. Okay, so that's kind of cool. You can still use this controller at the same time, but I wonder if I'm going to be second player this way too. Let me go to options and map my buttons. Is it working here? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to be second player. Unless I set the controller to port 1, which is these configurations right here, it's second player. But I'm just going to keep it like that for now because it can work that way if you had it plugged into a TV. But I don't want to mess with the port 1 right now. So let's just do this. Light punch, medium punch, fierce, short kick or whatever, weak kick, medium kick, and roundhouse. All right, stereo or mono, might as well, whoops, might as well go mono, but wait, what am I doing here? I can't. Okay, so L doesn't want to even give me an option to choose stereo or mono, so just want to double check my buttons. All right, we're good. I'm gonna press start. Let's just play a little Street Fighter. It's weird being on the left. Let's use Ken this time. Hey, you know what? It's not scaled. Oh my goodness. Hold on a sec. After this match, I'll scale it. Alright, I'm just gonna have to do my trick on him to kick his butt. Alright, what's going on here? We want, I guess what we want to do is we want that full screen mode. And did I turn that off? I thought I had turned that on. Maybe I'm It's on. Window full screen mode on. Scaling. Energy scale, that's probably why. Okay, so let's just do that. There we go. No, but okay, so I think this game's just a little widescreen. Is that what it is? Because look at the top and the bottom. Tell me if I'm wrong about that. I should be playing with the... Now that we have Bluetooth set up and working and we know it works, and it's just a matter of me messing around with it to be sure that I put it on port number 1 and I don't mess all the controls up to the point where I can't function on here. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to play just this match with the Bluetooth controller. Doesn't feel like there's any input lag at all. It's just, it feels perfect, and I love this little controller, especially with this 3D printed grip. I'll put the link of the dude that made this in the description. It's one of the 3 different people on Etsy that I've gotten 3D printed grips from. But all right, so we know this works. Now, you know what? I really don't need to use these controls because I'm just telling you right off the bat, the controls are amazing. The buttons are much better on the back. The controls on the front feel great. Let's just back out of here and just go through the different... It doesn't want to let me control... Oh, I don't have menu control with this second player. I haven't set that up in RetroArch. All right, so let's just set the Bluetooth controller behind. I'll keep changing my mind here. Let's go back to the real thing, or the main thing, and let's close content. And you're gonna see that most of the systems are scaled correctly. Are they? I thought they were. I think something got messed up in Super Nintendo, but let's just take a look at like Game Boy, because I was the one that had to... It was scaled correctly and it had the bezel art, but it was black and white, and I think most people prefer that, but I just wanted to give it the green, obviously, the same thing I did before. So Alien versus Predator. I'm wondering what to play because it's let's do some Battletoads. Battletoads Double Dragon. And if it's not, see, we got the green scale going in that state. So that's saved. When it was shipped, it was black and white. So I like it better like this. You could put it full screen. It's not too bad for Game Boy and Game Boy Color, even Game Boy Advance. But for me personally, I'd rather have it scaled. And this makes it just feel so much more authentic. Even though you have a little bit of a smaller view than you would have, I like the bezel art around it too. So I just think it's pretty cool. And I guess we could play 2 players right now if I was to press start on the other controller, but I'm not going to do that. Who should we be? Where's Bimmy? Zitz. Let's be Zitz. So I don't know. I haven't played this game in a very long time. And I think these games are they known to be hard? I can't remember. Sounds like it might be a fun game. I know I like beat 'em ups. It's a little old school, but yo, we're playing retro games. It's smooth. It's actually a pretty responsive little Game Boy game. I've played the was it Nintendo or Super Nintendo one before, and you know, I got a kick out of it, but I never played too much of it. Not the Double Dragon one, it was just Battletoads, or one of the Battletoads games. I wonder if you can... They move pretty quickly in this game just by walking, which is nice. It's kind of... I don't like when beat-em-ups walk too slowly. And if they do, they better have the oh, they got run on this too, look at that. This has the run and the run and ram, which is great in the beat-em-up. They move fast as it is, but you can make them run by double pressing forward, which you can't do on Streets of Rage, you know, Streets of Rage 2, or I'm not sure if you can on 3, but I'm pretty sure you can on 4. I'm blanking out right now. I blank out when I'm in the middle of video games. So yeah, of course, you know, Game Boy works. And for that reason, and we got the scaling down and the filter and the overlay on. I'm gonna get out of here now. We checked out the Bluetooth and got that going. Still a little weird, but it works. We have it on second player. I got a little smear on my screen and bugging me, but let's get out of here and let's just test a couple, like one game on PSP and one game on Dreamcast. It's only going to be lightweight games. I can do like Tekken, or I love Pac-Man Championship Edition, but I mean that's just not even a heavyweight game at all. I guess we'll do Tekken. I don't know how to play Tekken well, so I'll just be smashing buttons, mashing. Seems like it's mapped correctly. You see the bezel art on there. We got the 16:9, and it doesn't look too small on this screen. It still looks good. I love it. I mean, I'd much rather have it like this than to have the whole thing stretched. So let's just try to get started. See how well it plays. There's no overclocking and underclocking on this, but this clocks in higher than the Miu Mini does, and obviously it clocks in higher than the previous 35XX. So when Garlic comes in, I'm wondering if there's going to be any further overclocking. What did I pick? I don't know. I'm just pressing A. Let's fight. Yeah. Sorry, neighbors. Sorry. What do I want to be? Let's be king. Sounds like it runs well. I want to put Outrun Coast to Coast on here and just see how it runs. I'm going to do that. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what this is capable of. It's already glitching a little bit, but that might be just like shaders compiling. It looks clean, but it's a little glitchy. I can hear it in the audio. Yeah, there's probably already like a frame skip set on it. So, you know, it's playable, but honestly, dude, if you're paying more money for this system, and it's not much more powerful, you're really paying for that Bluetooth and that Wi-Fi, so that you can play multiplayer with other people if they also have a system, or you could do your retro achievements, or you could hook it up to the TV and play with a you know, a wireless controller, which is cool. You got a little console right here because you can plug it in at the same time. You got it plugged in, hooked up to the TV via mini HDMI to full HDMI with a Bluetooth controller, and you got yourself a console. It's pretty cool. So for those reasons, I do recommend it for the extra cost. If you don't plan on using it externally on a TV or playing multiplayer, you know, you can save the money and get the other one. And I think the gameplay is going to be good enough, because the boost you get from performance boost, just, I don't think it's you could get a different system that's much more capable. Get a T618 chip, and even that, this is, you know, even in that can't play the full PSP library. Actually, you know, the T618 can. It can't play full GameCube. That's right. But yeah, this is for PlayStation 1 and below. Anything above that is asking a lot, but there's some that it can do, and if you can tweak things and tweak your settings, you won't lose like me. So, all right, let's get out of here. And we saw how that played, and that's probably the hardest game that's on this system as far as performance goes. I'm kind of guessing on that, but I mean, I could go into Pac-Man Champion Edition and it's just gonna work. Let's just do it just for a minute. But then we'll go into Dreamcast and I'll try something in there. I'm not gonna play a full game here. I love this game. It's awesome. It's a good version of Pac-Man. It's one of those versions that just kind of gives you a sense of accomplishment. Like every 30 seconds you get some kind of noise that says you did something good. It's a dopamine booster. Yeah, D-pad works great. You guys haven't played this game and you like Pac-Man, or you're just sick of the other versions of Pac-Man, give it a try. You know, it's a little different. It's got a different flavor to it. So you see, each time you eat the fruit, you open up a new you open up like a new section. No. Oh, that was close. I don't know if I would have got him or not. Alright, so that's that. Pac-Man Championship Edition. Let's get out of here. Close content. It's lagging a little bit. It like restarted. I think that's what it does with PSP or PPSSPP on here. It has to kind of like almost reboot the system in order for it to back out of a game. You got your Metal Slug, Castlevania, X, but you know, Ridge Racer, I'm not a fan of Ridge Racer personally. That's just not my preference. Open Bore or BOR, 8 games. But let's try Dreamcast. We got Crazy Taxi, and I've played Crazy Taxi on the 35XX original, and it ran. It's a little glitchy here and there, I think, but we already know it runs, and I play enough Street Fighter, so I shouldn't do that. I wonder if House of the Dead would work, but doing that with the D-pad's no fun. I'm just going to play some Virtua Tennis. We're just going to check out a little bit of that. It's not a heavy-hitting game, but this is the type of game you probably want to play on a system like this. It's a realistic game, and it's a pick-up-and-play type game. So hopefully it runs pretty well. Oh yeah, that's going to be A, B, X, Y. Seems like it's starting up pretty good. No stuttering yet. Alright, let's just pick this dude. Let's just go. Australia. Alright. Here we go. It feels alright. There might be some kind of frame skip going, but let's just do this. Oh, there's vibration. There's rumble. That's nice. It's a nice subtle rumble. I'm actually surprised. It feels good. Usually, I mean, I like rumble when it's done right. This is actually done right. It's not like rattling the case or anything. It's just subtle, and you feel it like right when you smack the ball. That's cool. It didn't have it on the PSP, but I guess that's just because PSP maybe it didn't have rumble. I'm not sure. Alright, let me try to get this guy back. He already scored 2 on me. You gotta scream when you hit it. Ah! See? Maybe I can win one match. Oh! Damn! Should put it on easy mode or something. Man, he's throwing me all over the place. Alright. Let's see if I do better on top. What you got? I'm gonna make him sweat. Ha ha ha. It looked like I did a minute ago. Take this. Come on, run, dive. Oh, I'm getting cocky. I'm gonna beat him on this one, I'm telling you. See? I feel it. I don't know if I'm gonna beat the whole match, but I got him on this one. See? some kind of sixth sense about it. I just know it. Oh! It's supposed to go that way. It might even go to deuce. But it won't go to advantage. Come on. There we go. But that's just one round. I hear a little jittering or stuttering right there in between transitions, but during gameplay it's fine, and it has a nice rumble. Ah, he's throwing me around again. Damn, he fired that at me. I'm not using any of the other buttons, I'm just pressing A. But, I mean, it's B on the controller, but it's treated as A for Dreamcast. Out. Man, he's kicking my butt. I've never been one to be good at tennis in real life, at least. But I like playing tennis. It's a fun pick up and play game. Alright, what's the chance I could come back on this? No chance. Alright, let's try something else. Let's just try one more Dreamcast game, I guess, since that was horrible. I mean, it's great, actually. It was a great game. It worked well. It's fun to play. I just didn't do well. Let's try Ikaruga. See how this D-pad works in a shoot 'em up. This is a wicked shoot 'em up, though. I mean, it's not easy. I could just go practice. Let's just play it. Normal, easy mode, of course. Easy mode. I don't know what it says. Continue. Alright, so we have some nice graphics. Vibration. We got the rumble. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so we got that. Oh, this is nice. The D-pad works really well for shoot 'em ups. You have full control. I know, like, when D-pads don't have proper pivots, I have a real hard time with beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups. Like, you can't do your diagonals and you get locked into cardinal directions. These ones are darker, so I should be flipping over. That's what I'm doing, right? So flip over for the light ones. Or I can take the hits, that's right. You take the hits of you can absorb the hits of the color that you are. I totally forgot how to play this game. Damn, this thing looks dope. Oh, wrong way. Oh man, I'm flipping quick enough. Damn, man, I suck. But still a cool game. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's right. I was just supposed to change colors. Let's keep going. This is fun. I have to get familiar with or used to changing colors at the right time like that. Absorb. Oh, but you still cannot hit the machine itself. Absorb that. Go up there. Switch. How do I prove this difficult? Alright. You just gotta get up and then you gotta. I can't shoot. Oh, I blew that. I wanted to at least blow one of them up. This game is cool, man. I've never really, paid much attention to the actual depth of kind of 2.5D graphics. Come on, I'm absorbing the white, or the blue, or whatever color that is. Oh no, I don't want that. I just want like a special weapon or something. Do we not have... Oh, there it is. It was a trigger. Oh! Watch out for that. Come on. Beat one boss. I have it on easy. I should be able to beat this guy. Come on, dude. I'm using all my special weapons on. Oh, he got me. We're still gonna have to kill him first. Alright, give me those, give me those, give me those. What are those? Damn. It's kind of cool every time you explode, the whole thing vibrates, but, you know, it's just telling you that you're dead. Come on, die already, dude. What am I missing here? Am I just not good at dodging? Because it is kind of hard to dodge all that chaos. Oh, you break them down into pieces, I see. Up. Up. Ah, I didn't do it quick enough. Get back over here. Oh, I guess that's it. I failed. Alright, you guys. So, Ikaruga playing pretty well. Not pretty well, really well. I'm just not playing really well. And it's fun. I think it's a game I'm going to go back to. But for now, let's call it. Oh, that vibration is so nice. I got to give them credit for that. They did a good job. It's a nice console. The Bluetooth works. It was a little confusing at first. RetroArch is confusing in itself, so I'm still struggling with this. I mean, I know most of the menu, but every time I try to film something, I screw up in the menu and I have to re-record. So that's that whole Nick, get the editing process down so you don't have to do that. But some of you like the raw videos like this where it's just one take and I'm keeping it real. So anyway, I think this video showed enough of what we have for the 35XX. And if you guys have any questions about what the 64 gig model has in regards to game content, feel free to ask and I'll tell you. If you want to know if there's a game that's included, let me know. Drop a comment down below. Hook up a like. I appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. Later.